Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to TRS. We are live.
Can I do that?
I don't know. Can you? It's about
Yes.
us.
Yeah. So I think I
We have a
mentioned it
scoop.
earlier, but I have my most current project. It's called Ladylike, and it's a period piece buddy comedy that I wrote at the beginning of 2020, because I had just left doing the Off-Broadway show that I was doing, and I had just finished the festival run for You're the Pest, and I was like, I got to make something new. And this was like January of 2020. So like, all bets are off. Like we're all just like so happy and ready for the new year, right? And Mary and I were like, we want to do something together. We haven't done anything. Well, I was gonna say we hadn't done anything together since Watson, but we did do a reading of a musical in the city.
Yeah.
That was fun, called The Green
It was
Room.
so fun.
But I was like, I want to do something together, and so I was like, but what would you want to be in together? Like, what kind of thing? And I mean, Mary, if you ever meet Mary outside of this, that I don't know, just Mary belongs in a period piece.
I sense
Which
that. I really actually sense that.
She's
Oh,
the
thank
most
you.
like beautiful, proper, like like slyly hilarious person, and I feel like it's perfect for like Oscar Wilde and like anything. I mean, we met doing a period piece, so
Right, yeah. It's
and
there.
so yeah, and so I was like, let me write this thing, and I can't even remember. I feel like it began as a text exchange.
Yeah.
And then I actually got the idea because I was like, well, let me think about this. I know it's a period piece. We were like, there's got to be a letter writing in there somehow.
Yes, and remember I was in callbacks for that show about it was a play about Sarah Bernhardt, remember?
I don't remember that.
Yes, while we were talking about this, I was like,
Oh,
you
wait,
will never believe what I have a callback for. What was that play called?
you were also getting ready for Into the Breaches, right?
Yes, I think it was around
Yeah.
that time as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and I had heard this story. I had gone to a filmmakers mixer at this club, this pretty famous club in New York called the Players Club, which, long story boring, was founded by Edwin Booth, brother of John Wilkes Booth of
Right.
fame.
He's
And
famous for something.
Fame.
and this club was a gentleman only club, as most clubs were. It was a gentleman only club until 1989, April 23rd, actually, 1989, Shakespeare's birthday, when they finally allowed women to join. But in 1911, the most famous actress in the world was Sarah Bernhardt, and she was a French Jewish actress who she was probably in her late 60s, early 70s at that point, but she lied a lot about her birthday, so nobody really knows how old she was. And she, at that point, she was the world's first superstar. Everybody knew who Sarah Bernhardt was. She ran her own
Right.
company, just like an original badass. She was so cool. And there's a million stories about Sarah Bernhardt. Anyway, but in 1911, she came to New York to be on a tour that she was doing. I think it was Joan of Arc at that time. And she came to New York, and she wanted to see the Players Club because she was obsessed with death and the macabre and stuff. And that's where Edwin Booth, who had founded the club, died. He died in the apartments he lived in above the club. And so she comes to the club because the members granted her a special permission for one night only to come to the Players Club and to see it. And she was the first woman allowed through the doors. And she gets there. This is a true story. She gets there, gets on the elevator to go to the top floor, and it immediately gets stuck between the floors. And she's stuck on the elevator for an hour until the fire brigade comes and lets her off of the elevator. And she was so pissed that she stormed out of the club and never came back. And ever since then, the Players has called the elevator the Sarah Bernhardt room. And I was like, that is hilarious in so many ways. There's something so funny to me about the first woman being allowed into a space,
And
and getting stuck
immediately
on the
having a
elevator.
bad time.
No, well, yes, but also
Yeah.
immediately getting stuck on the elevator to the top floor. And so I was like, I want to do a one night only romp, kind of like Booksmart, of these two girls who want to meet their hero, so they dress up as men to sneak into the club, to meet their hero, Sarah Bernhardt. And so that's how Ladylike was born. And I originally, it became quickly far too expensive for me and Mary to do ourselves. But I wrote this short originally for me to play one of the buddies and for Mary to play the other one. And I wrote it very specifically for the two of us. And then I was like, this is too expensive. We'll never be able to make this. And I shoved it in a drawer thinking like, okay, this will be a great, writing sample if I ever want to write on like Dickinson or The Great or something like that. And then since then, it was passed around in some writing groups I was in, and a friend of mine heard about a producer in New York who was looking for a period piece to produce. And so it was passed to my friend Lauren Soa, who is now the producer for the piece. And she will be playing the role that was originally written for Mary. There's somebody else playing my role at this point. So the project has evolved, but it very much was born of me and Mary's friendship and our dynamic. And as long as Mary is back in town, we're actually shooting the short film this fall in New York, and hopefully Mary will be in town. Hopefully we can kind of finagle a time, because I really want both of us to make a cameo in the club as two men, but like women dressed up as men, to just cross paths with the
And
with
you've already
the
done
girls
the
who are the
mustache,
original.
so
Exactly. Yeah, we know you.
Yeah.
Listen,
And I actually have a mustache in one of my tracks in Clue, and I look darn good in it. So
listen.
is that a spoiler?
could be.
Could be at the Clue. First off, thank you for sharing the original story, and I love your treatment of what you want to do with this. And I
Thank
also read
you.
another treatment of yours for a romance, a Hallmark movie that was
Oh, yeah.
online. I love that too. I love your writing, and I want you to please share with me whenever you get something you could share, because I love it. So
Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
please,
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
because I'm doing my research. So I'm like, this is really good. This is a nice take on it. She's breaking a couple rules, but in a good way. I really liked what you were
thank
doing,
you.
and I liked your style. Like, you threw in jokes for the person reading it as well, not just for the treatment. We're running out of time here, but I did want to. We have to get some plugs for us in real quick.
Yes, please.
Guys, Josh, do you want to lead that effort since you have access to the buttons? Just put them up and I'll talk. On Saturday, a special show with Uwe Boll. You've heard of him. You've heard all the rumors. Producer, director, writer. He has a new movie coming out, Run, and I'm very excited to talk to him about what's going on, what got him to this point, and we are taking user questions, so please watch the show and join in. It'll be a very interesting, definitely educational show. I cannot wait to meet Uwe. Next, we have Annie Chen. She's coming up. She is an actor, movement artist, and coach. She started as a dancer. Her story takes a turn when she had surgery, and it became very unlikely that she would dance professionally again, and she moved on into a different part of her life and career. We're going to explore how that change has affected her and all the success she's had lately as well. And then we also have we have a date for it, but we don't have a slide yet. We're going to be doing talking with the showrunner and some people involved with the show Pets and Pickers, and that'll be in 2 weeks, I believe. So stay tuned. We'll have information. Like, subscribe. That's how we continue to keep doing this and getting amazing guests like you two here. Thank you very much. And I just want to say, I want to talk about like all the places you've been and where you're going. And of course, Ladylike's going to be amazing, and I hope you guys get to do that. Do you have any other plans for how you're going to stay together and keep this going? You're going to keep doing the birthday thing. What are you going to do?
Forever. Well, I'm going to see her in person on Friday, since I'm on a little week-long break, and we're gonna pack some boxes.
Helping me pack my moving truck.
And I moved you into this apartment, so it feels good to move you out of it as well.
Yeah.
Which will be good. I guess. I don't know.
I feel
It feels
like,
very full circle.
I think I said, because some people were like, "Are you going to keep doing the birthdays?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it just might not be at the birthday time of year." But I mean,
we'll have parties.
Oh yeah, but I mean, this is another hallmark kind of me and Mary's party planning, is that as we lead up in the planning to the upcoming party, we're always like, oh my God, you know, it would be a great idea for a theme for these parties. And we think of what the next year's is.
What if we did 2 coasts both alike in redheads and it can be Shakespeare themes? What if we did
Zoom? Like, no, we have to be in person with each other. But it's not.
I know we'd be in
I'll come
person,
party
but
on
it
the
could
East
be-
Coast, and you come to the West Coast. But I actually, what we had thought of for this next year was that it would be a Ladylike
Iowa.
birthday.
Oh yeah, a Ladylike birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. But we also said that our 40th birthday, we were going to. It would just be the two of us.
Yeah.
Announcing it here and now. It would just be the two of us, and we would probably rent a lot of really beautiful flowing gowns. And we would fly to Scotland and take our friend, probably Eric Vitale, who we mentioned earlier, who is a great photographer, and we would do photo shoots across Scotland in running through castles in our beautiful gowns. And that's what we want to do when we turn 40.
For our 40th.
That's amazing. You guys are really, really good at this. That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's like Mary said, like, you know, I remember after we finished at Gretna, that was pretty soon after you booked Camelot, because she played.
Yeah, and then I was gone.
Obviously, on the national tour of Camelot, and she was gone for a year. You know, and we stayed in touch then. It's kind of part of the deal, I feel like, of being in entertainment, is that you're kind of always off one way or you're on set for something else, and I think it'll make us more intentional friends.
I've interviewed a number of actors at this point, and I'm always fascinated that there is an answer. Do you still talk to the people that were in your life when you first got started? And the answer is almost always yes. They're still friends. Like, there's a friendship you build when you first start doing this sort of thing that is in your life forever. And that's how I knew you guys would probably still have plans to be friends, and like how close you are, because there's something about that, and I love exploring it. And that's why I wanted you guys here, to get there and get that. And we'll probably have you back in a year or two and find out how the birthdays went.
Check in and see.
Like, yeah,
we'll have a whole new round of photos.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we'll probably have very, very horrible AI photo of ourselves just to keep up with the theme. But thank you. I just want to thank you, because you guys are amazing. I think the talent is obvious. The talent is, you know, stuff you've done and stuff we could see. The friendship, I felt, but like, you guys sharing these stories and your commitment to each other and your commitment to what you love and championing each other through everything. I love it. And I really appreciate you guys sharing it with us. So thank you so much. And you're doing this publicly with strangers. You don't know us, and you're willing to come here and solidify this thing. This is forever. We're never taking this video down. So
oh God. I'm glad that you have my progressively worse lighting as the sun sets.
Mine's beyond horrible, and then I have the sunburn on my face from my camping this weekend. And
try touching your face at least 14 more times.
Mess up my hair.
Oh, I've touched my face a billion times. I'm so sorry.
Here, I'll touch my hair again to make everyone feel better.
Listen, when you're outside, set an alarm once an hour and put on some new sunscreen.
More sunscreen.
Take it from your favorite freckly soprano and milky white over here. Like,
I would have done that, except I didn't bring any because I'm stupid.
Mary hated that. Mary hated it.
I was gonna say I think I go more with what my great grandmother used to say, which was, I must prefer to remain petal-like.
Petal-like. I like it.
I must prefer it like a flower petal, because I can't get tan, so I must prefer to remain petal-like.
Nice.
Is that Joni?
I do like it.
No, that was my mom's grandma. This is my great grandma. Joni? Oh. No, she just was like my grandma. Joni. No, she was like, see these wrinkles? Don't tan. And I was like, cool, because I can't. Done.
Have either of you ever had an actual tan for more than 2 hours?
No, I can't get tan.
No.
I literally lived in the country of Greece for like several months and came back.
I just get more You can't really see them.
I did see a little bit earlier. I had a lot of freckles as a child.
Yeah, they the ones that you see, they never go away. They're here all year round. Mary can attest.
They are.
And it's not skin damage. It's just how my face is. Okay, to the random lady at the grocery checkout line. Seriously, people until like recently, when now people draw freckles on, which I'm like,
or the glitter freckles. Have you seen those? Have you seen the?
I'm just like, you guys are the same people. Like the Venn diagram of people who made fun of me as a kid for having freckles, and the Venn diagram of the people who draw freckles on now. It's a circle. Like it's just anyway. But no, there was a lady.
If you put Taylor and I in a room together, we're gonna keep talking.
No, I love it.
Oh, sorry, you're trying to sign off. I'm sorry.
No, but tell lady,
I'm trying to give you guys freedom. Like we'll talk to you all night long, but
no, there was this lady at the checkout line at the grocery store in Queens who one time she was like, "You have a lot of sun damage," and I was like, "That is coming in hot from you, this unsolicited advice." And then she proceeded. I was like, "Oh no, ma'am, thank you." But it's just they're just how my face looks. And she was like, "No, here's what you do." And then she gave me this very acidic, like,
I remember this
treatment. Yeah. And she was like, they'll be gone. I'm like, so I'm burning my skin off. But thank you. I would thank you for my lemons and have a good one.
They might have ripped this out of schools before you guys got. I'm a little older than you, as you could tell. There was a book about like I remember this. The whole theme of the story was a kid got freckles, didn't like freckles, and the whole theme of the book was trying different things to put on their face to get rid of freckles. And one of them was pickle juice, another was lemon juice. There was a bunch of others like safe enough that if a kid tried it, he wouldn't hurt himself for real.
Oh, I've heard everything.
The whole theme of the book was to get rid of your freckles, and I had freckles at the time. Like, do I have to get rid of these? I don't hate them. Like.
Yep.
I guess,
you don't. The answer is no, you don't.
Well, and the ones that you can see year round, they'll just get darker. And then all of the ones that are like lurking beneath the surface rise to the top. So it kind of, I do get a little bit tanner looking, but it's really just more freckles.
I remember when that grocery store incident happened because I don't remember if it was in person or you called me, but you were like so mad.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like,
too. Yeah, I probably would have used more words.
I like grew up with kids being like, go wash your face. You've got dirt on it. And I'm like, the last thing I need. And I know she meant so well.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, justice for the freckly kids. Justice for the gingers.
Justice for gingers. Hey,
there you
bring
go.
it speaking of full circle.
What we have, I want you guys, whatever you want to promote right now, let's go ahead. Let's start off. Mary, you're the first person I talked to. Actually, no, Taylor, first person I talked to. Let's start with Taylor. What do you got going on? What do you want people to know about? If we haven't already covered it, or if you just want to say it again.
Well, I'm getting ready to shoot a short film this fall called Ladylike, which I already talked about a little bit. I'm going to have another film that's a mental health short called Squish. I don't have a website for that, but thank you for putting up the Ladylike website. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, you can follow me at Freckly Soprano 1 across all social media platforms, and I'll be posting about the process there. And we are making an Instagram page for Ladylike, so you'll be able to tune into all of the behind the scenes for that one. So it should be fun.
Okay,
I hope you'll see Mary there.
Please let us know. Please let us know. We will promote that for you with our.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Zaz, you had
Mary, go.
No, it's a terrible joke. I was going to say, AKA the importance of being Mary. And now that that's out in the wild, I can't unsay that.
Wait, that's brilliant.
And it's really awkward. No, not. All right. Thanks. You're great for my self-esteem, Mary. I appreciate that.
I love it.
I love that as well. I'm here for that. My only plug is what I'm doing with my life for the next, year of it, which is Clue. Yeah, I'm here forever here at Body Manor. I think our website is clueliveonstage.com. And you can see our tour route. You can follow us on Instagram, kind of see where we're going. Next up is Seattle, Costa Mesa, and LA for the next 8 weeks or so, which is Clue Live on Stage. Come check out, come see us over at Body Manor, see some silly things happening, and hopefully I'm on that evening. I will be on for sure. For sure dates in Durham, North Carolina in September. I'm going to be on for Miss Scarlet for 3 shows, so that'll be fun. We'll probably be
Perfect
on for someone
casting.
else before that, but that's so I just kind of, go on as needed, but those are official dates since, someone's not going to be there, so I get to play.
Wow, that is a
I'm
heck
gonna
of a
be-
schedule too. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Houston.
Yep.
Hey, you got to get those personal dates in there. We were just in Texas too. We were in San Antonio all of last week, and it was very hot.
Yeah, and they're in Fort Worth next. So, yeah.
Fort Worth. We
and
have
no
Austin
Pittsburgh.
on there. No, Pittsburgh.
Not yet.
Not yet, but you
I'm,
never
I'm
know.
hoping.
You never know.
I'm hoping.
Yeah,
you come
too,
to Pittsburgh.
You too.
I'm going. I really want to see it. Besides knowing somebody who's in the cast, whom I very well might see, I want to see it. Like you've sold it.
So fun. It's such a blast. I've seen this show like so many times now because like we've been doing it since January, and I've never been tired of it. And this cast is so good at keeping it consistent, but also playing. So it's always a treat. It's always a hoot and a holler.
That's amazing. I can't even imagine liking something that much. But I'm glad it exists and that you can get that far into
it's
something
like
that's still
liking
really
Star Trek, but liking Clue instead.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Good point. And with that Star Trek reference, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Mary. Thanks Zaz and Josh too, and thank me. Why not? I deserve one too. Everybody have a great night. Make sure again, like, subscribe, all the stuff people tell you to do. I'm telling you to do because it really does help. Have a great night. Be safe. Treat each other well. Bye.
In the heart of art and stage they found a bond that blooms so strong, profound. Taylor's tales and Mary's song. Together they've made a place they belong.